I wanted to do this little intro. The cuts might be a little weird in this one. I actually filmed part of this in the parking lot at the cinema. First time I filmed a mobile movie review there. This is about Doctor Strange, and I did want to do like a non-spoiler, so I'm going to have off to the side timestamps so you can see where I do like the non-spoiler review, and then where I get into spoiler territory, and then further down I'm going to list where or how I would change it, like what I would change in the movie. There's a big thing that I would change in the movie, and I wanted to talk about that. It occurred to me as I was driving home that if they had this, then I would buy it. You'll see. And I'll be back like in the garage for that part. The rest of it's going to be at the parking lot. So until then, welcome if you're new here to my mobile movie review. I always go to my closest Alamo Draft House to watch these. And tonight was Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. If you're looking for a rave review, you're not going to get it, in case you haven't figured that out. A couple things right off the bat. I'm going to insert a couple of clips here in case anybody doesn't go to an Alamo. Maybe there's not an Alamo nearby. It's worth going early before they start the movie. My movie started at 5:30. I usually try to get there like 15 minutes, maybe even a half hour. They can start seating in the theater 30 minutes before the show. And that gives you plenty of time to order food, order drinks, and watch the like pre-movie show, which is good. They always come up with fun stuff every time. And I got a couple of clips, so I'm going to insert those here. And this is the first time I've actually filmed one of these while still at the Alamo. I'm still in the parking lot. So this is kind of fun. As far as another quick thing, if you're wondering, yes, just like every other MCU movie, there are, this time, 2 credit scenes. You don't need to stay for the last one. If you're a huge Sam Raimi fan, without giving away any major spoilers, you can stay for the last one. It's at the very end of the credits. It has absolutely nothing to do with the rest of the movie. From what I did look it up after I saw the first one. The first one happens after like the first main section, the first like animated section of the credits rolls. That one is going to have something to do with future films. So if you're gonna stay to watch one, that's the one I would stay for. So the Multiverse of Madness. As far as multiverse movies go, I don't think it's good. I don't think it's a good movie. The way I feel now sitting in the car reminds me of the way I felt after the Eternals. It feels kind of like a letdown. Feels like there's too much movie in this movie. I gotta be honest. I was not looking forward to this movie. I'm not a huge fan of Doctor Strange. His first film, it was fine. It was interesting. Like, I appreciated his origin story a bit, but I don't like all of the CGI. So, like, the Moon Knight show, I really enjoyed. And compared to a lot of the other stuff, there's not that much CGI. WandaVision also really didn't have that much CGI. There was a lot of in-world, in-universe, like, things to interact with. And this movie is 85% CGI. And I hate that. And some of it's not even good. There's a scene of America running, and it looks like it was done in Photoshop. Like, it looks like you could still see the edge of where they cut her image out and clumsily pasted it onto the background of, like, it wasn't good. The CGI was not good. The pacing was very frantic. It was very go and stop, go, stop, go. And it didn't feel like it was propelling me forward in the story. It's just like, we're gonna go. No, we're not. And I didn't like that. It didn't feel, I knew it was building to something. It didn't feel like it was building to something. I didn't feel attached much, a little bit, to America. They tried to manipulate the audience to get you to feel something for her. The manipulation, when you see it, seems a little blatant. If you've been following along with anything online about this movie, you'll know that the thing I'm referring to was Marvel refused to cut it out of the film. So it's not being shown, the film's not being shown at all, I think, in Saudi Arabia, because of this one scene that is 30 seconds long, maybe? Doctor Strange, he's not likable. He does have some character development in this, and I appreciate that. America is fine. She's actually fun. Like, I like her. Wanda. I did not watch or rewatch WandaVision before I saw the film. I thought about it, and then I just did other things this week. If you have a chance, I would rewatch it, at least probably the last two episodes, just to kind of brush yourself up on what's going on. From what I remember, to try to keep this as non-spoiler free as I can, I don't like what they did to Wanda at all. They took her in a direction that they didn't need to, and it felt like they did it because they were lazy. If I say much more than that, it's going to be spoiler. It feels to me like they went Daenerys season 8 on Wanda. From what I remember at the end of the show, I remember the scene vividly with Vision, and they're talking. Oh, there's somebody coming in. This is awkward. And they're like, grief is just love with no place to go, right? Grief is love. Persevering, I think, is the actual quote. And it felt like at the end of that show, she was coming to terms with what had happened. In this film, she did not come to terms with it at all. She was cruel and vicious, and it's awful. It's awful. It wasn't earned. Her turn to the dark side, the bells, looking at the tower and taking it personally, it wasn't earned for Wanda. She had reason to be angry. She has reason. I don't buy it. They did not do a good job. They didn't do a good job. It's possible that this is a movie that if I see it more than once, I'll appreciate something. I honestly have no interest in watching it again. It's like the Eternals. I have thought about going back and watching it again, and I just have no interest. And with this movie, I just have no interest. I didn't want to see this movie. I wanted to come so I could keep up with the story and see how things were going to go, you know? And I wanted to see the show, I think, was sold out. Most of the shows, at least after like 5 o'clock, are sold out or close to sold out. The parking lot is packed. I'm genuinely curious to see if anybody likes this movie. I feel like somebody's going to like this movie. I don't know who they are. And whoever likes this movie is probably not going to like this movie review. So it's cool if you like the movie. It's cool if you like Game of Thrones season 8. I'm happy for you. I didn't like it, like, at all. Tempted to say that I was let down, but how can you be let down by something that you weren't even really excited to see? It met my low expectations. The bar was low, and it hit the bar. Dark World. It's another Thor. It's like, oh God, I don't like this movie. So I think I'm gonna go home and, I don't know, maybe watch a movie I do like. If you want to see a multiverse movie, this also, by the way, to release this movie on Mother's Day weekend, Disney should know better. To have a grief-stricken mother tear her own family apart, scare her own children, tear universes apart to get what she wants, it's not respectful of grief. Disney should know better. You want to take your mother to see a multiverse movie with a great mother figure? Go see Everything Everywhere All at Once. Not this one. I don't have the red for like Wanda vibes. Like I wasn't going for that, but I'm not mad at it. So we're now at the portion of the review where I talk about what I would change. And the biggest thing, if you watch a lot of movie reviews, if you read about film, people talk about exposition and how exposition sucks. You don't want to tell your audience too much. The best way is to show them. It's been a while. Like I haven't seen WandaVision since it aired on Disney Plus. So I'm fuzzy on the ending. From what I remember, she was not in a murderous rage. And she did not want to go off and, I don't know, like accost several universes. So if I'm right, if my memory is right and I haven't caught COVID between now and then and had brain fog, then it is jarring to see Wanda from the get-go as like evil Wanda. She's not evil. She's in grief. And grief does not make you evil. It can lead you to do some questionable things sometimes and say some things that you might mean in the moment, but you don't actually mean. But it doesn't make you want to tear worlds apart. To go from Wanda, who's grieving Vision and the life that she wanted, to evil Wanda is a massive gap. And there's like a throwaway line where Wong, I think, is talking to Strange and he says, the movie sucks so much that I've already forgotten the name of the evil book. The spell book, the I think it was Hard Home, but that's Game of Thrones. Whatever. The spell book. Whoever uses it, it becomes affected by it. And then we go to see Wanda, and she's among her apple trees, which I thought they were cherry blossoms. And she's in her orchard, and she's walking around, and we know, because she says something stupid, we know that she's evil because she knows America's name, and he didn't say America's name, right? She was like instantly evil, and it was jarring. What I wish they had done is I wish they had shown us that chunk of time. There should have been some sort of an inciting event. Maybe she had a few dreams of another universe where she's with the kids, and then somehow she reads something, she's studying witchcraft, I don't know, and she learns about the book. And she learns that she can, like, how did she learn about America? Maybe I've missed something. If I've missed something, let me know. Maybe this is in What If and I didn't watch it. I watched like one episode. If there's something missing, how did she know about America? How did she know that she had this power to go between universes? How did she get the book? There's a lot that's missing. And if it's just like freaking Daenerys, they don't show the change. They don't show what happens. They don't take their time. They rush into it. And so I might have to go inside and do some research. But if they had shown us and given us a plausible reason for her to decide that she wants this life with the kids, she learns that there's a way to do it, she finds the book, and the book affects her, and it changes her, then I would buy it. Then the evil thing is the book, and it's not the woman. It's not her grief. It's the MacGuffin. But no, that's not what this movie did. This movie shows a woman, again, emotional, evil. Women are being attacked enough. We don't need Disney's help. We don't need Kevin Feige's help. So we don't need Sam Raimi's help. Anyway, that's what I would do. So I will see you guys in the next mobile movie review, and hopefully it'll be better. I really hope it will. So far, all of the indie films are great, and the big ones are really disappointing. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.